Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Tonight's the 5150 Cup Series here for the season finale, the championship at Phoenix. Ware jumped straight into qualifying here. Looks like most of drivers have hit the speedway. Looking at the board, Cam Patterson, top spot, 27.18. So we're going to get some Hutchinson Motorsports tunes in the background. Kick back and relax before our main event here tonight, Phoenix Motor Speedway. We're going to crown a champion. As we wrap up our qualifying session here shortly tonight, it's the championship race. Our championship for racing for a title. It's going to be Cam Patterson, Chad White, Brian Samara, and Bryce Barfield, the four racing for the title here tonight. Who's going to bring it home? Looking like Cam Patterson going to start from the top spot. We got a couple more minutes before we jump into our main event here. We appreciate you tuning in. Tuesday night racing, 5150 Cup Series action coming up next. As qualifying wraps up, we're going to jump into our main event here tonight. The entire season has led to this. We're here at Phoenix in front of a sold-out crowd, going to crown a 5150 Cup Series champion. Who's it going to be? Let us know in the chat who you're pulling for, who's going to win it. Starting lineup coming up next. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's starting lineup here at Phoenix. On the pole, the number 38 machine, he's racing for a championship. It's Cam Patterson. 2 is outside, one of his final 4 foes. In the 28 machine, Chad White. Row number 2 on the inside, championship hopeful. In the number 53 machine, Brian Samara. 2 is outside, the number 96, Christian Taylor. Row number 3 on the inside, and the number 19 machine, Logan Festchischen. 2 is outside, starting 6th, it's the GOAT. In the 63, Aaron Poplin. Starting 7th, in the 93, JT Tinker. And the last of the final 4 running for a championship, Bryce Barfield's going to have to do it from the back in the number 37. And in the final spot, it's Rick Wilmot in the 40. In the Flying Cow. What a beautiful car. Look at this beautiful machine. Starting dead last. Unbelievable. It's Rick Wilmot. But there's your starting lineup here tonight. 5150 Cup Series champion being crowned tonight. The end of stage 1 going to be at the end of lap number 45. So we got 45 laps before the stage break. And oh, that was quick. Entering the Geico restart zone. Green flag in the air. The 38 of Patterson jumping out front here early. Running straight to the apron. Patterson into turn 1. He's going to hold the race lead. Meanwhile, a battle for second here. Chad White holding on strong, but here comes Samara in the 53. Brian Samara looking to get to the front here. Let's hop on board with championship hopeful Brian Samara. Taking it easy here. Feeling good about his chances here tonight, Brian Samara. The other 2 elect to go to the apron. Brian staying on track here. What a respectful driver. Looks like the youngster, the 19, Logan Festchischen, looking to make a move for 3rd. He doesn't care if Brian's running for a championship. He might just junk him. Let's hop on board the youngin. The Brockport New Yorker, Logan Festchischen, looking to junk one of the championship 4. He's going to go down to the apron. Side by side with the 53. Does he have speed into turn 1? No, sir. Meanwhile, dropping back Bryce Barfield, trying to work through the field. He is racing for a championship. He started back in 8th. He's up to 6th already. And number 37 of Barfield. He's all about saving those tires. One of the most patient drivers in the field. He isn't going to push it early. Meanwhile, out front, Cam Patterson just turned the fastest lap of the session. 27.43. Patterson out front here by about half a second. Chad White holding steady in 2nd position, though. Looks like Samara kind of struggling here a little early on. Trying to hold off the youngster. Let's hop up to our eyes in the sky, the Hutchinson Motorsports blimp. The most beautiful view in the business. Unbelievable. I have never seen anything like it, folks. Can you believe it? I can't. And we jump back on track here. We got Christian Taylor, the 96 machine, currently running 5th. The Storm Motorsports 96 machine of Christian Taylor trying to hold steady for a good finish to finish out the year. The GOAT Aaron Poplin is struggling. That number 63 Amtrak Hooters machine is looking like junk. Let's hop on board with the GOAT Aaron Poplin. Boy, I tell you what, Aaron's team, BCI, they have been letting him down all year. The most talent in the world. They keep giving him junk race cars to drive. It's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. Brian Samara should be ashamed. Giving Aaron the worst cars of the batch every single week. Aaron's doing the best he can, though, with them. So we jump back out front. Race leader still Cam Patterson, but it looks like Chad White starting to run him down. We might have a battle for the race lead. Let's hop on board with the 28 machine of Chad White. As we enter lap number 8 coming up here shortly. The Loudon Tennessean looking to win a championship here. The 5150 Cup Series. Looks like he's slowly but surely reeling them in. Meanwhile, the battle for third. Still looking pretty good here. Fez looking to the inside again. Not going to carry enough speed, though, for the move. Logan's got to be burning up his tires, though, folks. He's been running the low line quite a bit. Door to door, side by side. Logan doesn't care. He's got some speed. Does he have it coming out of the corner? Drag race down the back stretch. Samara trying to hold the spot. Fez slide job, takes over the third spot. He says, I don't care. If you're running for a championship, I'm going to the front. And here comes a 37 out of nowhere. Bryce Barfield looking to get around Samara as well. Samara dropping from third to fifth there. Barfield with the move. But there's a big gap here between the rest of the field and these two. We got a battle for the race lead. Chad White, is he going to junk Patterson for the win? Chad would love to take home the championship here tonight. What's he willing to do to get it? Is he going to junk the heavy favorite Patterson, or is he going to drive respectfully? We're going to find out. White running the top here. He's going to dime in the corner, coming off. Can he carry some momentum into the backstretch? Not quite enough here as they're still bumper to bumper. Let's drop back a little bit. Fez still holding on to the third spot as Barfield sits in fourth, followed by Samara in fifth. So your championship four are all in the top five. Then we got Christian Taylor running sixth here. JT Tinker looking like junk here tonight. Tell you what, these BCI cars looking slow here at Phoenix. Let's hop on board with this slow number 93 machine of JT Tinker. Skims the wall just a little bit. Boy, Brian Samara did not bring his best equipment to the track here tonight. His team cannot be happy. They brought 3 junk race cars. So we go back out front here. Cam Patterson out of Alabama, still your race leader in the Taco Bell number 38 machine. Chad White sitting in second, running right there with him. Can White finish the upset? Again, our stage break going to be at the end of lap number 45, so we got a bit to go here, folks. Going to be interesting to see who's burning their tires up and who's saving. Barfield looking to run down Fez and try and take over the third spot. Let's hop back on board here with the number 37 machine of Bryce Barfield. Taking it easy coming out of the corner. Barfield's saving those tires for sure. But he's got about a 4-second gap between him and the race leader. But again, Barfield started all the way back in the 8th position. Looks like Rick Wilmot has parked it already, folks. Didn't last long. But we thank the Flying Cow, number 40 machine, Rick Wilmot, for coming out here tonight. Aaron Poplin here, currently running 8th here, trying to run down his teammate, JT Tinker, in that junk BCI machine. 2 junk BCI cars about to race each other for last. They both get into the wall there. Tell you what, this team is not impressive here tonight. Samara kind of looking junky as well. Here's that number 53 machine, trying to hold off Christian Taylor. But a battle for third is spicing up here between these two, Logan Fez and Bryce Barfield. Lap number 16 coming up here shortly. Folks, it's all about the finish. The stage points don't really matter here tonight. It's all about who finishes best out of our championship 4. And if you just joined us, the championship 4, it's going to be your race leader, Cam Patterson, Chad White, who's sitting in 2nd, Bryce Barfield currently in 4th, and Brian Samara in 5th. The best of those 4 going to win it here tonight. Crown themselves champion of the 5150 Cup Series 2024 season. So back out front here, Cam Patterson starting to pull back away. Race lead up to over half a second. Barfield looking to make a move on Fez onto the backstretch. Door-to-door battle for third. He's going to take the spot. So Barfield enters turn 3, taking over the 3rd position. Fez might have burned his tires up a little bit. Seems like Samara's right there knocking on the door as well. Let's hop on board Brian Samara, who's throwing a Hail Mary this week, trying to win a championship. It's going to be tough, though. He's got 3 cars that are faster than him in the final 4. Skimming the wall coming out of the corner. So, folks, 3 of your last 4 cars are your Team BCI cars. That shows what kind of speed they've brought to the Speedway here tonight. Brian Samara must be cheaping out on the setups. Tell you what, that organization has been going downhill the last few weeks, it appears. They might be shutting down the doors if they keep this up. Might be an SHR scenario over at Team BCI. Brian Samara using these free drunk shut-ups or something. So let's go back out front here. Your race leader, Cam Patterson, starting to put it on him. Race lead over 1 second now on Chad White. As we check our chat, all our great Hutchinson Motorsports TV fans, George Patterson in the chat, rooting for Cam. Then we got Terrence K pulling for Festician. Yeah, he is not Martin and Truex. That's definitely true. Although, I don't know. Truex looked pretty bad this season, so maybe he is Truex, actually. So the Brockport New Yorker, Logan Festician, still trying to keep Samara behind him. He's trying to play spoiler here tonight. He's not helping any of these guys win a championship. He might just junk them, actually. Let's hop on board the youngster. Logan Festician, he's known as the Employee of the Year at Wendy's in Brockport, New York. Best Wendy's worker there's ever been in the history of the world. Boy, I tell you what, nobody rocks the fry machine like this youngster right here, Logan Festician. This number 19 machine looking good here tonight, almost as good as he looks in the back of the Wendy's kitchen. So we go back out front. Cam Patterson still leading this race, pulling away here from Mr. Chad White. 1.35 second lead. Let's go up to our eyes in the sky. The Hutchinson Motorsports blimp, the most beautiful view in the business. Where else could you see such action? Wow. Unbelievable. Let's drop back a little bit. There's Aaron Poplin driving that junk number 63 machine, almost getting to the wall again. He is struggling here tonight, folks. And we got a battle for 4th here. Looks like Samara going to take over the spot from the 19 of Festician. So Logan Festician burned his tires up. Appears to be dropping. Christian Taylor right there with the pack. He's running pretty solid here tonight. I'll give him kudos. Let's hop on board the Leland, North Carolinian Christian Taylor. Terrence, let us know in the chat how great is Mr. Logan Festician on that fry machine at Wendy's. Let us know. I know you've seen it in person. Does he make the best... Well, I'm trying to remember the name of the sandwiches at Wendy's. Hell, I don't know. Does he make the best burgers in Brookport, Terrence? He just might. It's the Baconator is what I was thinking of, by the way. Nobody makes the Baconator as well as the number 19 of Logan Festician. I'm a little disappointed he doesn't have Wendy's on the car, as Wendy's is funding his iRacing habit. He doesn't even put him on his own car. Unbelievable. Never seen anything like it. So Festician still rolling around, currently in the 5th position, trying to hold off the 96 Christian Taylor. And we go back out front here. Cam Patterson's race lead has dropped to a 2nd. Chad White starting to reel him back in just a little bit. Then we got Bryce Barfield about 4 seconds behind our race leader. And right there with him in the 53, Brian Samara. So your top 4 are your championship 4. The best finisher of these 4 are going to bring it home tonight. Crown themselves 5150 Cup Series champion. But, folks, as we enter lap number 28, we're going to take a short break, but don't you worry. Just like the CW, we're staying side by side, but we're going to take a bunch of breaks here tonight. It's Ad City here, but we're going to stay live onto the Speedway. Phoenix Motor Speedway Championship Weekend. We'll be back here shortly. Enjoy the Hutchinson Motorsports music. As we return back from break, we have a new race leader out of nowhere. Chad White runs him down, takes over the race lead with just 5 laps left to go in the stage. The number 28 to Chad White is bad, fast, and hooked up here right now. Boy, he just turned on the afterburners, and the 28 blew by the 38 like he was sitting still. Cam Patterson might have thought he had a free championship tonight, but Mr. Chad White says, not so fast, loser. We got a new race leader. And he's just pulling away. He's just leaving them here. As we enter lap 42, stage going to be at the end of 45. Meanwhile, Bryce Barfield trying to hold on to the 3rd spot as Samara starting to run him down. The 53 has found some speed. Can he get around the 37 to get to the 3rd position? We're on board with the 53 of Brian Samara. He's thinking about junking him. He thinks otherwise. Loses some speed coming off the corner here. As we go back out front here, race lead on Cam Patterson up to 0.8 seconds. 0.8 of a second for Chad White out front. With just a couple more laps left to go here at Phoenix in our stage 1 of the season finale, 5150 Cup Series Championship here tonight on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Where else can you see racing like this, folks? I'll tell you the answer to that. It's nowhere. So, folks, while you're here, be sure to click like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Terrence K, you better be subscribed to the channel, buddy. And, folks, we had a big poll in the chat, and it has just concluded. So we have confirmed 100%, folks. This is true now. It's truth. It's been told. Logan Festchichen is officially, yep, it just came through my desk. Logan Festchichen makes the best Baconators in the business. It has been confirmed on the Hutchinson Motorsports chat. Terrence K confirmed it himself. He's seen it. He has seen Logan Festchichen behind the grill, and it is honestly impressive what he can do with that spatula. Well done, Logan. Let's give him some TV time. Here he is, the best Baconator maker in the business, Logan Festchichen of Rockport, New York. We're on board with the number 19. As we enter lap 45 here, we're going to be crossing the line this time around. Checkers flag going to be in the air for the stage. Chad White bringing home the stage 1 win here at Phoenix. How about it out of nowhere? He left Patterson, beats him by over 2 seconds. He just flat out left him. Cam is in trouble. I think Chad White's going to win this thing, folks. 2 seconds ahead of Patterson. Unbelievable. So Patterson in 2nd, followed by Barfield 3rd, and Samara 4th. So, folks, we're going to get the Hutchinson Motorsports tunes playing. These guys going to go down pit road, get them some fresh tires. We'll be back shortly for stage number 2 of the championship finale here. Phoenix Motor Speedway, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. As we return back from break, the field is set. We're going to be dropping the green. No more stage breaks from here on out. The pace car is in. The field is set. The fans, they're on their feet, off their seats. They are ready for some green flag action here at Phoenix Motor Speedway, the 5150 Cup Series finale, right here on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Going to be a good one here. As they're entering the restart zone, we're going to see if Chad White elects to save some tires early on or what the plan is. Entering 3 and 4 into the restart zone. Green flag in the air. And a good jump there from the 28 of White. Interesting. White and Patterson stay on the high side of the track. I'm not sure about that. You know, on the green flag, you need to go down to the apron because you don't have enough speed to carry around the top and be faster than the bottom. And we're 3 wide coming off the corner here. The 37 of Barfield looking to make a move. Patterson getting shuffled back to 4th, it appears. I think Patterson made a... Oh, and they hooked each other. Oh, my. Patterson into the wall, and he's junk. Caution is out. Looks like Patterson caught the short end of the stick there. Looks like the 37 turned the 53, who then got into the 38. So 3 of our championship hopefuls duking it out back here, ended up junking each other. Let's see the replay. Let's hop up to the Hutchinson Motorsports chopper, see what happened here. So there we got the 53 door to door. The 37 comes up, just junks him. The 53 slides up into the 38. Nothing Patterson can do there. Nothing Samara could really do there either. Just close racing. Unfortunate event for him. Patterson going to need to use a fast repair for that one, I'd bet. And they do only have 1 fast repair here, I do believe. So Chad White really liking his chances now. He is licking his chops out front. Chad White out of Loudon, Tennessee. Can he bring home the championship here and be the 5150 Cup Series 2024 champion? So we're going to get the Hutchinson Motorsports tune back on here, folks. These guys going to come down pit road, fix those junk race cars they just got into each other with. We'll be back here shortly. 5150 championship. As we return back from break, the pace car is in. He's out of the way. Your front row, it's going to be White on the inside, Barfield on the outside. Meanwhile, in the back, Samara and Patterson have the fresh tires. We're going to see if it helps them. As our racers enter turns 3 and 4 in the Geico restart zone. Green flag back in the air here at Phoenix. Another good jump there by the 28 of Chad White. He's going to hold on to the race lead for the time being. Meanwhile, here comes the 19 of Festitian, the Baconator King to the inside. Can Festitian take over the race lead? Side by side down the backstretch. The 19 looking to hold on to the race lead. They're looking to take it 3 wide. Festitian throws a block on the 37. Coming out of the corner, the 19 of Festitian, new race leader. Crossing the line, race leader of the 19 of Festitian. Not sure how long it's going to last, but how about it? The best Baconator maker in the business. Here he is, leading laps at Phoenix Motor Speedway. Unbelievable run from the Brockport, New Yorker, Logan Festitian. What a good start there by the youngster. As he tries to hold off these guys, it's going to be a tall task here, as we know Chad White is bad fast here tonight. That 28 has been hooked up all night long. Here comes Barfield to the inside. We know White's good at saving those tires here. He's not going to press it. Might have to give up the second position here as Barfield looks to take it over. Side by side for second. But right behind him, though, folks, Cam Patterson has already worked himself back up through the field. Let's hop on board with our 4th place car, Cam Patterson. Chad White, he's being patient. He knows it's all about the way he saves tires. Oh, and he gets chopped there by the 37. Able to stay out from him, I believe. But that was a close one there. So 3 of our 4 championship drivers right here in the front. Actually, all 4 of them right there. Got the 37, the 28, the 38, and the 53 from 2nd to 5th as Festitian continues to lead this race. I'm not sure about his long run speed, folks, but I tell you what, it's impressive what he's doing right now. As we're on the Hutchinson Motorsports right rear suspension cam, race leader Logan Festitian, the best Baconator maker in the business. He's looking good here tonight. Trying to hold off these championship racers. He doesn't care. Barfield throwing a block on the 38. Door to door, they're banging down the backstretch. Patterson going to take over the spot. 37 not happy, and he chunks him. Oh, my, what a save there by Patterson. Oh, my, that was scary there for a second. What a save. He just saved his championship hopes. Let's see the replay here, folks. Let's hop on board, see what happened. There might have been a little frustration there. We're on board with the 37 of Barfield. Let's see here. Oh, no, honestly, it looks like the 38 just kind of came up there. It's tough racing here because with the apron, it looks a lot worse than it really is. But you see, Barfield does hold his line. The 38 thought he was clear, comes up. I don't think Barfield was trying to take him out, but what a good save there by Patterson. But let's go back live here, door-to-door racing for the 2nd position. As Festitian still out front. Chad White going to get around the 37. But, boy, the 38 of Patterson still right there with him after a big save. Saved his season. Because we know he's out of fast repairs, folks. If he's involved in another wreck, he is done for. So all 4 of your championship drivers right here racing each other. Samara got the short end of the stick. He's running 4th out of the 4. Currently in the 5th spot. Festitian loves these guys racing hard. He wants them to stay side by side so he can continue to gain on this lead. Out front now by 0.6 of a second. How much longer can Festitian hold them off? The Brockport New Yorker, the best Wendy's worker in the business. Folks, rumor is they offered him a general manager spot already. He's not even worked there a year. He turned them down, though. Can you believe it? He said, if I'm a general manager, who's going to be in front of the grill making these Baconators? I cannot do it and let down these great customers we have. So what a noble guy, Logan Festitian, turning down a big raise so he can make the Baconators for the great citizens of Brockport, New York. What a guy. And we drop back here. Bryce Barfield currently running 4th here. He's struggling here the last few laps. Trying to hold off the 53 of Brian Samara. And running last, folks, no surprise here, it's Aaron Poplin. He's been there all race long. He's looking to keep it going. We got a bit of a battle, though. It's a Hutchinson Motorsports battle for last. Christian Taylor and Aaron Poplin. Who's going to win it? Boy, what is this line from Poplin? What a line there, folks. That right there is why he's running last. So we go back out front here. Logan Festitian still leading this race, but Chad White is quickly running him down here. Race lead down to under 0.4 of a second. Well, I tell you what, Chad White has found some speed here tonight. One of his better races of the year, it seems like. Even though he's not leading right now, we know he's got the long run speed. He'll eventually get around this 19, but it's impressive nonetheless what he's doing. Meanwhile, JT Tinker passing the boss man. How about it? BCI driver JT Tinker gets around Brian Samara. He doesn't care if his boss is running for a championship. He might just take him out, actually. So we go back out front here. Festitious still holding the race lead. But White's right there with him and Patterson right behind him. It's going to be interesting to see when these guys come down pit road. We know they all pit around 50 or so. A couple of the guys a few laps after. So they're probably going to want to cut it in half, come down pit road. My guess, the pit window is going to be around lap 95 to 110. So still a bit to go here before we start our pit stops, at least 25 laps. How about it? Festitious still holding on strong out front. Let's hop on board here with the second place car, Chad White. Currently, if the race ended right now, he would be your 5150 Cup Series champion, folks. Let's see how he's tackling this track, how he's saving the tires he is. Downshifting early into the corner here. Chad White rolling the middle of the track. Enters in the middle, exits on the bottom. Nice and easy from Loudon, Tennessee. Chad White with a big run down the backstretch. Let's check out this battle for last, see how it's going here. Oh, not much of a battle anymore. Aaron Poplin has fallen way off the pace. But the battle for the race lead starting to spice up as Chad White's only 0.2 of a second behind Festitious. Chad White running this diamond line, and it seems to be working pretty well. Take some notes, folks. Chad White's figured it out here at Phoenix. Into turn one, Festitious going to take the bottom as White goes to the top. White's going to do the diamond move, see if he can get a run onto the backstretch here as we're on lap number 72 here tonight. Our final race of the season, we're going to crown a champion tonight. Who's it going to be our championship for? Our Chad White, Cam Patterson, Bryce Barfield, and Brian Samara. So it's going to be one of those four. But a long way to go in this one, about 77 laps left. And let's check out the Hutchinson Motorsports chat, see what our great fans are saying. We got some Christian Taylor fans in the chat. Dan Tay tuning in. Hey, Dan, go tell Christian to speed it up. He needs to go faster. Terrence K. He says that Festitious not going to hold the lead, and he called him a frosty merchant. Now, Terrence, let us know. Is Logan better at the Baconators or making the Frosties? Which one is it? As Festitious still hold on to this race lead. It's impressive, honestly. He's been out front now for about 20 laps or so. Meanwhile, the 37 of Barfield holding on strong, currently in the fourth position. Let's hop on board. And checking out your race lead here, it's still Festitious, but Mr. Chad White right on the back bumper. Can he find a way around him? Let's hop on board. The Loudon, Tennessee, and Chad White. Big run. He's going to go down to the apron here, trying to squeeze the 19, unable to get to the outside. White's going to run the top here, looking for the diamond move. Festitious holding strong on the bottom, though. White's going to get a little bit of a run here. Is it enough, though? Looking to the inside, side by side down the backstretch. Chad White in the corner. He's going to have to run the bottom. Festchisian doing the defensive top maneuver. Coming out of the corner at the line. It's still going to be Festchisian for now, but Chad White's going to dart down to the bottom of the apron. Looks like he's got the momentum. He's going to take over the race lead. Chad White, it took him a while, but he finally found a way around the 19. Now White's going to be out in clean air. Here comes Festchisian. He's not going down without a fight. Looking to the inside of White, not going to have enough momentum. Meanwhile, we got a battle for third as the 37 of Barfield's racing the 38 of Patterson hard. Side by side, Barfield going to take over the spot. But not for long. Patterson answering back, running the top. I'm kind of surprised here tonight. The bottom is actually faster than... Oh, and Patterson just smoked the wall. He's going to have some damage, folks. He's out of fast repairs. Uh-oh. Patterson better hope for a caution or he's toast. He can probably repair that damage, but it's definitely going to slow his car way down. He is in trouble here tonight. He's going to have to limp around the track and hope for a caution because that 38 is going to be junk. So out front, Chad White loves what he's seeing. He's out front into the race lead. Second place is a non-Final Four driver. And then behind him, you got the two others. So Chad White's got to like his chances right now of bringing home this championship. Cam Patterson was the heavy favorite coming in after the dream season he's put on, but he just stuffed it in the wall. Driving a junk race car, he's dropped back all the way to 6th position. And meanwhile, folks, as we enter lap number 82 here shortly, we're going to take a short, quick break here, but don't you worry. We're going to stay tuned right here onto the track. You're not going to miss a lap. Let's get the Hutchinson Motorsports tunes playing, and we'll be back here shortly for some more green flag action 5150 Cup Series Championship finale right here, Phoenix Motor Speedway. As we return back from break, pit stops have started. 3 of our 4 championship final 4 have come down pit road. Brian Samara into the race lead. The pit stop started a little bit earlier than I expected. I thought these guys would want to go more down the middle, but they elect to come in around 92 to 93. So here comes Ryan Samara. He's going to bring it down pit road, give up the race lead to JT Tinker. And how about it, Aaron Poplin? Throw the checkered. He's up to second, folks. Tell you what, this 63 is bad fast here tonight. So Tinker and Poplin into the top 2. They're the only 2 that haven't pit yet. Our racers, I believe, should be good on fuel after this. And here comes Tinker down pit road. So, folks, here it is. TV time. New race leader in the number 63. It's Aaron Poplin, the GOAT. He's out front. Checkered flag waving in the air. Throw the checkered, folks. He deserves it. Aaron Poplin in the race lead. Unbelievable. This 63 is bad fast here tonight. Unbelievable race moves he's put on. Let's hop on board with your race leader, Aaron Poplin. Wow, what speed coming out of the corner. Incredible. Turning that wheel about 90 degrees. So Aaron Poplin, the only one that hasn't pit yet. Let's see if he's coming down this time. Nope. He's going to stay out there. Here comes the 37 of Barfield, going to unlap himself. Poplin, he refuses to pit. He might have been saving fuel the whole time, folks. Maybe he can make it all the way to the finish. So Bryce Barfield just unlapped himself, so he has got around Chad White. He did pit a couple laps early. So Chad White is actually about a second behind Barfield, so he's going to have to find his way back around him. But the last lap around Chad White was about, he was 0.2 of a second faster than Barfield. So a couple laps on those fresher tires does make a difference here. Cam Patterson just ran the fastest lap on the track, folks, but he's got a lot of ground to make up. So I believe he's got that car fixed up here, folks. He might have a shot at this one still, but he's going to have to get to work right now as he gets to the back bumper of Samara. Thing is, you want to push it if you're Patterson, but you also kind of want to save it because if there's a late caution, well, if there's a late caution, they're going to pit anyway. So my guess is Patterson's just going to roast these tires, send it as quick as he can, try to get up to the front. Folks, JT Tinker just turned the fastest lap of the session, a 27.30 on those fresh tires. This number 93 is hooked up. They made some car adjustments on pit road. Aaron Poplin still leading this race. He's putting around there. Has not pit. He's going to stay out there till he's all the way out of fuel, I think. This number 63 is junk here right now. His last lap was a 29.47. Tinker's quick lap just ran 27.3. So that is 2.1 second difference every lap. Quite a bit of a difference there. So Poplin trying something new, not going to work out for him. So essentially your battle for the race lead is right here. It's Bryce Barfield and Chad White. As Chad White is running them down, only a half a second behind him right now. Let's hop on board the 28 of Chad White. Barfield was able to get around White by stopping a couple laps earlier. Use the fresher tires. But here comes Chad White. Definitely the faster car of the two right now. Not even close. Still with about 50 laps almost left to go here. And again, folks, it's the season finale here at Phoenix. 5150 Cup Series Championship right here on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Appreciate you tuning in, spending your Tuesday night right here with the GOAT. #1 broadcast company in the business, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Where else could you see racing like this? I tell you what, Aaron Poplin's still out there on those old junk tires. He is putting around this speedway over a second slower than everybody. He's got to be running out of fuel soon. Not sure how much longer that number 63 can make it. But hey, I don't blame him. You may as well stay out there till the end because he was running last before anyway. So what's he got to lose? So he's still technically your race leader. Logging some laps in the lead. Impressive with a 63. And meanwhile, looks like the Brockport, New Yorker Logan Festitian's dream night has come to a screeching halt. He's back in 6th. Let's hop on board with the best Baconator builder in the business, Logan Festitian. Again, folks, if you just tuned in, Logan Festitian once turned down the GM position at his local Wendy's restaurant. Once they offered him the position, he looked him in the eyes and said, "But if I'm wearing a suit as the GM, who's going to be behind the grill making these Baconators for our great customers?" They said, "Well, Logan, someone else is going to have to do it." He said, "Not a chance in hell. I'm not taking that job. I'll take minimum wage. I don't want to be a GM." So here he is, Logan Festitian, rolling around in the 6th spot, trying to get around the 38 of Cam Patterson. So meanwhile, these two still duking it out. Bryce Barfield trying to keep White behind him. And Brian Samara right there with him as well. So let's hop on board with Brian Samara. These three right now duking it out here for a championship. Cam Patterson's about 1.5 seconds behind Samara. So a bit of a gap between Patterson and the other 3 championship drivers. Technically, it's a battle for second, but this is going to be a battle for the race lead. We all know our race leader, Aaron Poplin, going to have to pit here any moment. So Bryce Barfield was able to leapfrog the 28 with a pit strategy move. Let's see if he can make it work out here. Chad White being patient, though. He knows he's got the speed. Doesn't want to burn his stuff up getting around him. White looking to the apron, seeing if he can get a run into turn 1 and 2 here. As Barfield holds the spot here by about 0.2 of a second. Samara looking to the inside, trying to get around White. These guys racing hard, but respectfully here. As they're all trying to bring home a championship, put it in their trophy room. Who's going to finish the job here tonight? Just about 41 laps left to go here. And folks, on that note, Aaron Poplin probably in the next couple laps going to be coming down pit road. So we're going to take a short, quick break here. Don't you worry, you're not going to miss a lap of green flag action. We'll be back here shortly. Championship finale, Phoenix Motor Speedway, Hutchinson Motorsports, Stevie. As we return back from break here, Aaron Poplin still out there somehow, trying to last as long as he can, and he's finally down pit road. Aaron Poplin finally comes down pit road, gives up the race lead officially to Bryce Barfield, but Chad White's still right there with him. We know Mr. White has the long run speed. Still a long way to go in this one, about 31 laps left here before we crown a champion here at Phoenix Motor Speedway, the 5150 Cup Series, only on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. It's an exclusive, folks. And folks, if you just tuned in, quit wasting your money on junk streaming services, because all you need, folks, it's free, by the way, is Hutchinson Motorsports TV, the largest library of racing in the world. Well over 100 broadcasts to date. They don't call me the GOAT for nothing, folks. I'm up here in the booth bringing you the action live here for you great fans, because you love your Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Let us know in the chat how much you love Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Because earlier I was down there talking with our great fans. You know, it's a sold-out crowd. I said, folks, why are you here? There's only like 9 or 10 cars signed in. I mean, do you love 5150 Cup Series action that much? They said, well, 5150 Cup Series is great. But I tell you what, Blake, we are just diehard fans of Hutchinson Motorsports TV. So we wanted to be here live to witness history and be on worldwide television. What a heart-wrenching moment when I heard that from our great fans. So, meanwhile, out front, Bryce Barfield still holding on to this race lead impressively, honestly. I thought White would get around him fairly quickly, but Chad cannot find his way around him yet. So, who's going to bring home the championship, folks? Again, our championship four are Bryce Barfield, Chad White, Brian Samara, and Cam Patterson. Cam Patterson having a rough night here as he used his fast repair early on, got into the wall earlier, got some serious damage. He needs a caution bad. That's why he's back in the 6th position, well off pace. As Barfield continues to hold on to the race lead, let's drop back, see what our Brockport New Yorker's doing. Logan Festischen. Well, I tell you what, I've seen this kid in the kitchen at Wendy's. It is incredible what he can do. I went one day when he wasn't working, and it tasted like dog water. But then the next day I went in there, Logan Festischen was working, and I tell you what, best fries I ever had. Then I bit into the burger, and boy, I thought I was at a 5-star restaurant. It was incredible. And then afterwards, I was thinking, you know, I need something sweet. So I went up to the counter. I said, excuse me, ma'am, can I get a Frosty? But I want that youngin' right there, Logan Festischen, to make it. And I tell you what, he made me the best Frosty I've ever had in my entire life. Logan Festischen, what a worker. So we go back out front here. Bryce Barfield, still your race leader, but Chad White knocking on the door, trying to run the top. Looking for a new line as he cannot get around the dirty air of the 37. Well, I tell you what, these three running all right there together. This is anyone's championship here. Samara able to hold pace with him. I thought Samara was in trouble earlier, but he has figured something out here. Looked like junk early on. I already wrote him off. I said this 53 is toast. You may as well pull it into the pits and park that lump of junk. But the 53 of Brian Samara, he made some adjustments to the car, and here he is right on the back bumper of the 28 of Chad White. Well, I tell you what, Barfield has to be feeling pretty good. If these two start racing each other, Barfield can pad that lead a little bit. Looks like Chad White's on the defense mode right now, trying to keep the 53 behind him. White is struggling right now. Not sure what he did differently this run, but he definitely doesn't have the speed he did earlier on. Samara looking to get to the back bumper. He might have to move him. You might have to do the old bump and run, Brian. If you want to win a championship, it's time to grow some hair on your balls. You got to move him out of the way. Let's hop back on board Brian Samara, see what he wants to do here. He's going to roll the top here, try to exit low. He's going to dime in the corner and hope for a run down the backstretch. Is it enough? Going to get to the back bumper, but not enough to make a move. So meanwhile, Bryce Barfield still out front, 0.6 of a second lead. 37 to Barfield. This is his race to win and his championship to claim. With just 21 laps left to go here tonight. 5150 Cup Series Championship finale. Boy, you got some tension here tonight, folks. 3 of our 4 championship finalists right there together. Who's going to bring it home? Boy, what a great season it's been right here on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. We have been live for nearly every race. We've missed a handful of them due to some work obligations. But a large portion of the season covered right here on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. We appreciate Jesse Becker filling in, doing a few races for us as we were out of town. Jesse, a big up-and-comer broadcaster. One of these days, I'm going to coach him to be the best in the business if I ever give up the gavel. Bump and run, Jesse Becker. Used to be a fan favorite driver. Then he quit racing very much. Occasionally did some broadcasts. Keep your eyes open, though, for Jesse Becker. He's an up-and-comer. So, meanwhile, Bryce Barfield, still your race leader here. A little under half a second. Chad White can get to the back bumper of Barfield, but just cannot find a way around him. That dirty air is tough to overcome here right now. With less than 20 laps left to go, folks. This thing's probably going to stay green. So he's going to have to find a way to pass him under green conditions. Let's hop on board our third place car, Brian Samara. His best chances are if these two duke it out side by side, maybe get into one another, and maybe he can steal a win. He's definitely put himself in a position to have a chance. Well, I tell you what, his teammate, JC Tinker, looking to get around him and ruin his chances. Boy, I tell you what, they might be teammates, and Brian Samara is his team owner, but Tinker doesn't care. He says, I'm going to race you, boss man. I don't care if you win a championship, bud. You're going to lose because of me. Here comes the 93 of Tinker, side by side, making the pass, taking over the third position. There's the slide job by Tinker. So out front, Bryce Barfield with about over half a second lead, trying to hold that 28 of Chad White back. It's about to be go time for this 28 machine if he's got anything left in the tank. We're about 15 laps left to go here. Oh, and he almost loses it on the apron. Boy, what a scary maneuver there by Mr. White. Gets down to the apron. Looked like he almost junked it. Able to save it and keep it rolling. So Bryce Barfield able to add about another 10th or 2 there with the mishap on White. Let's hop up to our eyes in the sky. The Hutchinson Motorsports Blimp, the most beautiful view in the industry. As we watch our race leader, Bryce Barfield, trying to bring home a championship. Race lead up to 0.7 of a second. Can he hold off that 28 of White? White's had the best car all race long until this last stint. Meanwhile, it appears Samara is off pace. He is struggling. Might have burned his tires up. The 19 of Fez Shishin, trying to find a way around him. Let's hop on board with the GOAT of Wendy's, Logan Feshishin. And he drops back right on cue. So let's zoom back out here, go back out to our race leader, Bryce Barfield. Race lead is up to 0.75 of a second. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here, folks. Just about 13 laps left to go here tonight. Bryce Barfield's got to like his chances as he is gaining on that race lead. Well, Chad White had quite a big lead before that last pit stop. But Barfield leapfrogs him by coming in a couple laps early. Had a great stop. Gained at least a few seconds on White, just on that pit stop alone. Probably about a 3-second gain on him overall. And that might have been where he won the championship. All comes down to a great pit stop, gets out front, able to maintain the race control up into the top spot, keeping the 28 behind him. Oh, and White smokes the wall. He's got some serious damage. His championship hopes are toast. Chad White just annihilated the wall, folks. So Samara going to get around him. Chad White's done for, so this race is all but over. Bryce Barfield way out front. The best car of the night, Chad White just pulled a choke job. Pulled a Denny Hamlin, smokes the wall. He's done for. So Brian Samara into the second spot. His teammate JT Tinker racing him hard. He's going to fall in line. I think Tinker's done messing with him. So Bryce Barfield out front by 1.6 seconds with just 10 laps left to go, folks. If this thing stays green, it is over. The McDonough, Georgia native looking to bring it home here tonight. This would be, I believe, his first 5150 Cup Series championship. Bryce Barfield, he's been strong all year long. Honestly, the last month or so, it seems like he's kind of dropped off, but boy, he brought it here tonight at Phoenix. Second half of the race was perfect, honestly. Didn't start off the greatest, but this last half of this race has been immaculate, as he's out front by over a second on Brian Samara. So with single-digit laps left to go, Samara's going to be burning it down, going as hard as he can, see if he can gain any ground, but he's got a long way to go with not many laps left. As Cam Patterson, he's in the back here. He smoked the wall earlier as well, so he's been driving a damaged car. Looks like Chad White's currently in the same boat as well. So two of our championship four just smoking the wall, ruining their chances. So it's down between Barfield and Samara. Samara is running them down, though, folks. Race lead is down to 3/4 of a second. He's trimmed about a second off in the last few laps. Does he have enough time, though, folks? Last lap around the speedway, Brian Samara was 0.4 of a second faster. If he keeps this up, he's got a shot. Samara has found some speed, folks. He has got a shot here with 6.5 laps left to go. Race lead down to under half a second. He's got to be roasting those tires, but does he have enough in him to get around the 37? With 6 laps left to go, Samara making a hard charge for the race lead. We saw earlier how hard it is to pass with that dirty air in the defensive line. Chad White got to the back bumper of the 37 multiple times, just never could find a way around him. But we're going to find out if Samara can figure something out as the race lead is under 0.4 of a second. Going to be 5 laps left to go this time around. This is for the championship, folks. Whoever wins it between these two is going to crown themselves 5150 Cup Series champion. Let's hop back on board our second place car. Brian Samara race lead down to 1/4 of a second. Ooh, Samara, he's giving it everything he's got, folks. Inches away from just creaming the wall, but able to keep it straight. As they come out of turn 4 here, Samara using every inch of the track he can. Barfield to the apron. Samara going to stay onto the track. 1/4 of a second separates them. Does Samara have anything left in the tank? He has put himself in position to have an outside shot. Down the backstretch. Going to be 3 laps left to go. All the marbles here, folks. The entire season comes down to just a few laps remaining. Samara able to get pretty close to the back bumper, but unable to gain any more ground than that, it appears. Onto the backstretch. Samara not gaining any more ground on Barfield. Still about 1/4 of a second down to 2/10 into the corner. 2 laps left to go this next time around. Can Samara figure something out here? He's got to make it quick. Let's hop on board with Brian Samara. He's got a shot here with a little mishap there by the 37. Samara's got a strike. Down the backstretch with just a couple laps left to go. Samara right to the back bumper of the 37. Let's hop back on board this time around. Bumper to bumper. Winner's going to be champion. White flag in the air last time around. 50-150 Cup Series 2024 season. The last lap. It all comes down to this. Barfield out front. He's got a decent lead. Samara's got to make a big move down the backstretch. He smokes the wall. He's giving it everything he's got. He's going to lose some serious ground. Heading into turns 3 and 4. Bryce Barfield, after a season of ups and downs, coming out of turn 4 for the final time. Checkered flag in the air. 50-150 Cup Series champion, Bryce Barfield. What a finish there. Brian Samara in the 53 made a hard charge to the back bumper. Gave himself a shot. I didn't think he even had a prayer there. But out of nowhere, the 53 just turns it on. Almost able to get the job done, but not quite enough left in the tank. Bryce Barfield in the 37, the McDonough, Georgia native, taking home the checkered flag, winning the 50-150 Cup Series championship. What a season. So we're going to watch the 37 of Bryce Barfield. He's about to burn it down here in front of the front stretch. These fans are on their feet. What a season for Bryce Barfield to call himself champion. Bryce, pop into one of the voice channels if you're listening, or hey, somebody in the lobby, let them know to come to a voice chat if you're in the race lobby with them. Brian Samara, go ahead and pop in here as well. And Chad White, if you want to, come on down to the booth. You know what? Let's pull him in here, folks. Hang on. We got a surprise visitor. Logan Blake with the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you. I forgot what your voice sounded like. It's been so long since I've talked to you.
Yeah, it's been a while. Hey, you pulled home a third-place finish. You had a good run all night long.
I did. I thought I was in contention for the win, and then during the green flag cycle, I overran my box, lost about a second. Through that last run, me and JT were the fastest cars on track, and he started to fall off. So I thought I had a shot at it, and then had a couple bad laps, and never really got the chance I wanted to take home a win.
Well, it's unfortunate, but hey, you definitely look good out there tonight. And rumor in the chat is you are known as the top dog over at Wendy's. Is that true?
Yeah, McDonald's hates to see me coming.
Hey, that's what I heard anyways. But hey, before you head out, go ahead, let your shout outs or anything you got be heard.
This one's really important. I want to give a shout out to my teammate, Cam Patterson. Today was our last start as teammates in the 5150 Cup Series, and he gave it all he had as win the championship, and unfortunately it didn't turn out the way he wanted. But hell of a season by him. He's taught me a bunch in our time together. A shout out to my friend Terrence. I know he's watching. And I appreciate the broadcast, and shout out to all the board of directors over at 5150 Cup Series for putting on a hell of a season.
Well, hey, great job, Logan. You definitely found some speed in the back half of the season, so we look forward to you continuing your improvement every single season.
Alrighty, thank you very much.
Yes, sir. There's Logan Feshishin, the GOAT of Wendy's, bringing home a podium finish in third place. Let's pull up our second place finisher, Brian Samara, who almost got the job done out of nowhere. Brian Blake up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir, I do. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Boy, what a finish there. Out of nowhere with about 10 to go, you ran down Barfield pretty quickly. You got to his back bumper, but couldn't finish the job.
Man, that's the way it was the whole race long. I've just been talking to him here in the waiting room, man. I ran behind him for probably 120-something laps tonight and could not figure out how to get past him. If I could have got a little closer there, I'd use the bumper on him. I didn't want to, but I mean, it was for the championship. But I can't believe how good of a race that was. I did not expect anything out of that thing tonight, and it was awesome.
Yeah, you finished the race so strong there. At the beginning, you kind of looked like junk, but you definitely figured it out there by the end.
Well, you said a couple weeks ago that I don't do a good job taking my care of my tires, which I have beef with you about. But other than that, I tried to take it easy tonight and just see if it would come to me at the end, and it was tonight. It just wasn't enough for me.
Yeah, well, hey, great job. Before you head out, go ahead, let your shout-outs be heard for these great fans.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate every single driver that comes out with us. Sorry, my cat's sticking her tail in my mouth. I appreciate every driver. I appreciate every one of our staff members. It was an incredible season. Hopefully we can be even better next year. I appreciate my guys for showing up and letting me celebrate my 25th anniversary this season. It was a great way to finish it. It was just an awesome 2024 season.
Yes, sir. Well, hey, great job. Good season, Brian. Second place finish. Not too bad, but maybe next season you can get one spot better.
That's the goal. We finished twice now in second place. Hopefully we can get one better.
Yes, sir. Well, hey, great job, Brian. We'll talk to you later.
Yes, sir. We'll see you.
Brian Samara, second place finisher and second place in the points. But, folks, it's all about this man right here. Your 5150 Cup Series champion. Let's get him up here. Bryce Blake in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, what a run there. You had a great final pit stop, able to leapfrog the 28, take over the race lead, and you never looked back.
Yeah, I knew once I got the track position all week, I'd run long runs in practice, setting up the car. All I needed was the track position, and I knew it was going to be really hard for anybody to get by me.
Yeah, well, it definitely worked out. Nobody could find their way around you all night long, it appeared.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Made a lot of aggressive moves there about halfway through the race. It got a little dicey up at the front. That was a lot of fun to race in. But other than that, great season, great race.
You have a wonderful year. It's got to feel good to be able to crown yourself 5150 Cup Series champion here in 24.
Yeah, and Peyton won the quarterly championship too, so we got 2 here in this last week.
Yes, sir. Hey, a big week for you and your little brother there. So, hey, great job. Before you head out, go ahead and let your shout-outs be heard.
Yeah, shout out to everybody watching, Colin, Abby, Peyton, my dad. It's a lot of fun having y'all watch these races.
All right. Well, hey, great job here tonight, Bryce. You were able to do what you needed to do and brought home a championship. So I'll let you go down and celebrate.
All right, appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Bryce Barfield, your champion here, 2024. Folks, I tell you what, coming into the race, Patterson was considered a favorite, but Bryce Barfield was consistent all night long. Chad White looked to have the speed early on, but Bryce just kept there the whole time, was able to get the track position and finish the job there at the end. But again, though, folks, we appreciate you tuning in. What a season it's been here. 5150 Cup Series finale is done here. So we're not going to be back next week. Hutchinson Motorsports TV, we've only got one league left going. It is the Stars and Stripes Truck Series on Thursday nights. There's just a couple weeks left of that as well. So we're looking forward to a nice winter of kicking back and relaxing. Hutchinson Motorsports TV racing. So be sure to tune in Thursday nights the next couple of weeks. And then after that, we're going to take a short break and be back strong for next season.